Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. This is Savor the Budget Easter here, and today I have another video for you girls. I was gonna say wig, but this is not a wig video. But if you are interested and want to see, honey, what I have on my head, make sure that you check the link down below in the description box. I will link the newest video that I uploaded on this sweetie right here. So for all of my girls who like short bobs, and you know spring is right around the corner and summer's coming up, child, make sure that you check out that video. But let's get into this video, which is going to be a mommy update on what's been going on with me since I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so by now, if you're watching this video, I should already have posted my gender reveal. I know I already posted that on my Instagram, so you're not following me on Instagram at Savor the Budget Easter, make sure that you do, because I also post there daily. I do daily deals of the day or weekly deals of the day, and a whole bunch of other stuff I post randomly on Instagram. But I do most of my posting as far as my pregnancy update and anything else as far as the name is concerned, that's all on my IG account. But I have posted already the gender reveal here on YouTube for those of you who do not have an IG or who's not really into social media like that. I did make sure to include you girls and post a video giving you kind of like a story time gender reveal, so you should definitely check out that video. Alright, so I'm going to talk first about what as far as where I'm at right now as of today, February 22nd, actually 2 days past my birthday. My birthday was on a Tuesday, February 20th, and I finally turned 31. So I just recently entered into my third trimester. I did a previous video talking about my trimester when talking about a mommy and baby when I was 26 weeks, but I just deleted that video. I thought I would just come to you girls with this video as far as where I'm at right now, entering into my third trimester. And that's just because I know that these kind of videos don't get a lot of views on my channel. That's okay with me though, because I just feel like it's more, pretty much these videos are more for me to kind of go back and, you know, reminisce on, you know, my pregnancy and how I looked and how I felt and all of that. So anyways, I am currently 30 weeks as of today, February 22nd. I am in my third trimester, and time seems to be flying by so freaking fast, y'all. I'm like, I cannot believe how fast time is flying by. I am slowly but surely freaking out. So as far as what the baby is today, y'all know I always check my Ovia app, which is a pregnancy app that pretty much gives you tips and tricks on just pregnancy and where you're at within your pregnancy, keeps you updated on things to look out for and all of that. So as of right now, today, Nugget is the size of a summer cantaloupe, which I thought was super cute. So I'm gonna show y'all so if y'all can see on my phone, this is the size that the baby's supposed to be. So I thought that was really crazy that, oh my god, I just went from him being the size of like a little pea to him now being the size of a cantaloupe, and I cannot believe that. So oh yeah, okay, so I'm sorry, mommy brain. Nugget is repeatedly moving their diaphragm as a method of practicing breathing. The baby continues to get chubbier as the baby prepares for delivery. You and your partner plan out your hospital bag checklist, which we will talk about later in this video. Also, it says that backache is, you guessed it, is going to start occurring in your third trimester. Soreness and pain, which I will talk about that. So let's get into how I've been feeling thus far. So as of recently, I've been feeling pretty good for the most part. I don't feel that bad. I'm not, you know, an extreme amount of pain or any soreness, but I have recently experienced just some back pressure, if that makes any sense. So I have been experiencing some pressure in my lower back. The baby definitely kicks a whole lot, and the baby kicks a lot when I'm at work. So while I'm at work, the baby is just like rolling around in there, like doing this thing. I don't know, but the baby kicks a lot while I'm at work, versus like when I'm at home. And if I'm like sleep, the baby doesn't really move that much, which sometimes it freaks me out. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll start to like, you know, apply a little bit of pressure to my stomach to just make sure the baby's like, you know, okay or something like that. I don't know if y'all moms do that, if y'all moms did that when y'all were pregnant, but that's me. I'm just a worry by nature. So as far as what's been going on with me, honey, I did do actually have my my appointment today. Starting today was the first of my 2 weeks appointment from now until then. So let's go backtrack to my last appointment before this one. I did do my glucose test, and I went in for the glucose test where you take the sugary drink and then you sit there for like an hour and they take your blood work, and then you go home and they tell you if you know you need to come back or not. So I went in for my glucose test last week, or the week before last, I'm sorry, and I failed it. So I was a little bit bummed out by that. I called my cousin because me and my cousin are really close, and she has 3 kids, so she definitely knows what it's like. So I talked to her and I was just like, should I be worried? Should I be concerned? I didn't pass my glucose test and I'm freaking out like I might have diabetes. Like, I don't understand. And she was like, don't freak out, don't worry. I did not pass my glucose test either. That really doesn't mean much until you do your second test, which is a much longer. That pretty much is gonna go more in depth and figure out if you do have it or not. And I was like, okay. So they end up calling me, letting me know I did not pass it, and they also called me to let me know that my hemoglobin and my iron was low. I guess my level should be reaching at like a 10.5 or a 12, but my hemoglobin was reaching at like a 10, which they said is not too concerning, but a little bit enough concerning for them to prescribe me some iron pills. So I am taking iron pills right now. I take two a day, and I have heard that it might cause constipation and it also will cause nausea. I have yet to get those, which I'm thankful to God that I don't have constipation and nausea. I'm not gonna say nausea, because I did get nauseous last night, but I think that's because I didn't eat a full meal with it. I just had some yogurt, and on my prescription it says to have a full meal with the pill, and I just only had yogurt with it. But otherwise than that, I mean, the pills work just fine for me. So I went in last week to do my 3-hour glucose test, where they give you the full bottle of the sugary drink and you sit there for 3 hours, and they take your blood every hour on the hour, and then you go home. So I did that, which that was like, oh my God, I was just so over it by then, because I had to also fast. Before I went in for my glucose test, I had to fast. They advised me to do a fast 10 hours prior to me checking in to doing my glucose test. So on top of me getting my blood drawn, I was hungry, I was also thirsty. They ended up running out of water, and they wouldn't allow you to leave the actual lab. So you had to sit there for 3 hours and not go to sleep and not get up. They told you not to get up. They were like, you can't sit up, you can't go to sleep, you can't leave the lab for nothing, you can't eat anything, you can only drink water. We have a water fountain right here. And I'm just like, this is crazy. So luckily enough, they called me a few days later and they told me that I did pass my glucose test, that I am not diabetic, and I was really happy to hear that, because for the next couple of days after my test, I didn't get a call. So I was like, do I have it? Do I not have it? Are they going to call me? Are they going to wait till my next appointment to tell me? I was just really kind of like inside freaking out a little bit, and they ended up calling me about 2 days ago while I was at work to tell me that I did not have diabetes. So I was really thankful to God about that. So next, moving on to this recent appointment that I had today. I just had, like I said, my first 2-week appointment, so now I'm starting to go every 2 weeks. So basically my appointments are really short and sweet. I just go in, they hear the baby's heartbeat, they ask me if I have any questions, and then we're done. But I did have a couple of questions because the last time I went, one of the midwives, because at the hospital that I go to, they don't have actual, like, it's a doctor, but it's not like, they don't call it a doctor, they call it your midwife. So I have a team of midwives that work with me, and I see them, you know, I see different people every time I go. But when I went last time, one of the midwives told me that they were going to give me another ultrasound to see if my placenta had moved. And I was like, okay, I didn't think nothing of it. But when I got home, I talked to my mom. My mom was like, well, what do they mean? Like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, I don't really know. So I did have a question when I went into this appointment. I asked the lady, I was like, hey, so you say you have another ultrasound that I have to do to see my placenta move. Can you kind of explain to me what that's all about? Because I'm not really understanding. And she was like, yeah, sure. So she drew out what my uterus is supposed to look like and all of that, and I was really happy that she drew it out for me so I can physically and visually understand. But she basically said that my placenta is closed. Hey girls, so I just want to quickly stop in and pause this video real quick just to let you know I misspoke. I know I say in this video I keep referring to my cervix as my uterus, but what I really meant to say is that it's my cervix. So my placenta is actually covering my cervix and not my uterus. All right, on to the video. To my uterus. Some women have their placenta in the back, and some women placenta is positioned in the front, but mine so happened to be position like a little bit over my uterus. She said it's enough for them to check and be aware, because if that's the case, and if my placenta has not moved, then that can cause excess bleeding during pregnancy. She says sometimes women placentas are positioned over their uterus, which if their placenta is covering their uterus, they are labeled as a high risk pregnancy because they will cause excess bleeding during labor. She said mine is not covering my uterus, but mine is definitely right on the tip of my uterus. So they trying to do another ultrasound to see if my placenta has moved 2 inches away, and if it has, then all is well. If it hasn't, then she said that they will be watching me very closely to make sure that I don't have any excess bleeding during the last of my 3rd trimester, and I might also have to end up doing a C-section if possibly my placenta has not moved. So I will be having my next appointment where I will be doing my ultrasound. Like I said, they'll be checking to see if my placenta has moved or not. So fingers crossed, you know, pray for your girl, everything goes well. Otherwise than that, as far as cravings go, I will say that I have a really bad craving for sweets, y'all. And I'm talking about, like, I crave sweets on a daily, okay? Like, I was never a sweets kind of girl. I like candy. I like sour candy, though. I'm not really into, like, cakes and pies and ice cream, but this pregnancy has got a sister feeling sweets so bad. Y'all, it got to the point where I was at work and I bought in a can of cinnamon rolls. And I was like, listen, I need y'all to cook these off for me because I didn't have time to cook these off at home. I need to eat these. And I ate the whole can of cinnamon rolls. Like, my sweetness cravings have been at an all-time high. That's pretty much all as far as, like, the cravings go that I have. As far as dislikes, y'all already been watching my pregnancy videos. Y'all know I do not like anything with mint in it, anything with spearmint, peppermint, anything with mint in it. I still cannot stand. I don't like ginger or nothing. And that's still the way I feel to this day. Besides all of that, I have noticed that my feet tend to swell up a little bit, especially when I get off of work, because I do cook and I'm on my feet for the entire time I'm at work. So by the time I get home, my feet is sore. So I have noticed that. I've also noticed that I am getting bigger, so I will be doing a belly picture view of my belly and what it looks like as of right now. I've also noticed that I've been running out of breath. If you can't already tell, I'm like out of breath already just talking to y'all, and I'm just sitting here just talking. So those are the things that I've noticed thus far, but otherwise than that, I am excited to, you know, meet my baby and start this new life of motherhood and everything like that. Is crazy to even think that I'm about to be a mom. Like, y'all don't even understand. If y'all know me, and those who know me knew that for a long time I didn't want kids. I thought, you know, at one point I just didn't want children. I wanted to live my life. I wanted to explore life and, you know, travel the world with me and my honey and, you know, just be us. And then it all changed last year, and now I'm about to be somebody's mom. But my friends always told me I've had mother-like, you know, tendencies, or, you know, I've always been the mother of like all of my friends. So anytime I'm around my friends, I'm always the mother of the group and all of that. So I've always had that in me, I guess you can say, but it's now about to really come out when I have this baby. So that's it, and that's all this video. I really hope I didn't make this too long, but let's show the belly. Okay girls, so this is the belly. As you can see, from my last video, I have definitely gotten bigger. I got a little bit of a rump in the back. Hey. I'm really hoping though that my weight stays on me after I have the baby, y'all, because I was 110 before the baby, and I've always been super skinny all my life. I mean, y'all can tell I've always been super skinny all my life. But I'm really hoping that, you know, most of this weight will stay on me. It just all depends. But yeah, there's the baby. It's like a little basketball up in here. And then here's the stomach from the front. So yeah, belly is definitely stretching out. Less and less room for the baby. So, but yeah, that's it, and that's all, girls. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just leave it down below. Say hey girl, hey if you want to. And thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'll be seeing y'all on the next one. Bye.